My number 4 always wants to watch exactly the same thing on TV. He's also got 3 bigger sisters that hold the remote control hostage most of the time, giving him close to no chance to choose what's going to be on. To be fair, even if he does get his hand on the remote control, he doesn't know how to use it. He still gets his own way by nagging yours truly. Let's put an end to all that. I bought this big red button. Big red buttons are enchanting. When you see them, you just have to press them, especially if you are a kid. I've also got a 3-year-old that wants to watch TV all the time and always needs us to turn on his favourite programme. He's usually got one favourite programme that he wants to watch non-stop. Sometimes he'll have a few, but usually it's just like one that he watches for days on end. I can take this big red button and connect it to an ESP32 that has a Wi-Fi module on it. And this Wi-Fi module can send commands, if the red button is by any chance pressed by a 3-year-old, to the TV to turn on a YouTube video. You can see I printed and caged a cable that will provide power to the card that already has the correct code burnt on it. So once this button is connected to this card and the card has power and the button is pressed, a command is sent from this card to an ongoing Python script on my MacBook. This ongoing Python script in turn will start the Chromecast app, and it should start the desired YouTube video that I want. And I can always update the YouTube video. It's currently on some form of crap that my son likes to watch repeatedly all day long. And then the idea is that my son can just come, press the button, and it will start whatever he is watching at that time without having to call me to put it on again and again and again. And every time he pushes the button, it will start it over from the start. How clever is that? To make sure these pins don't move, I'm just going to give it a slight blob of hot glue on each one of the pins so they don't disconnect once I put them inside the box. So we've talked about the hardware behind this project. We've not really touched on the software, which I didn't write, but prompts into life using AI. So yeah, it took about 100 prompts, 50 to ChatGPT and another 50 to Claude. Claude succeeded, Chat didn't. It would have taken me less time, but much more aggravation to write this code myself. I probably could have done it myself, but I chose to use AI. And the role AI had here was not just to write the code. It did much more than that. It solved the whole thing. It gave me different solution avenues. It helped me troubleshoot more than once. It even proposed on the next steps we could take after this project was complete. We'll get to that soon. So yeah, AI is phenomenal. Could we live without it? Of course we could. Especially if what you're trying to do is change the channel on your TV that's connected to a streamer, that's controlled by code that's running on your computer, that's triggered by a button that's connected to a Wi-Fi module that then sends commands to that code which is on your computer. Boom. There's a lot of fuss around the big red button, as expected. Number 4 isn't the only one that wants to be pressing it all the time. I've got a few ideas how I can improve on this project. For starters, the code definitely needs to run on a Raspberry Pi and not my personal computer. That way I won't have to have an open terminal window all the time and it can just run 24/7 without any issues. Could also create a multiple button panel where each button starts a specific YouTube video, and if I want to take this to the limit, which I'm pretty sure I don't, I could add these mini screens to each one of the buttons where the YouTube video that will start if the button is pressed can repeatedly play on these mini screens. For now, I've spent an obscene amount of time to solve a minor inconvenience that I encounter every single day, it was definitely worth it. I'll see you on the next one. תחשבי, זה קשה לי, נגיד יש סרט בקולנוע עם ילד כזה קטן